Hello and welcome. My name is Deborah Guthrie, and joining me today is Sue Overly. She is the Associate Matron for the 267 Order of the Eastern Stars, and we also have Mary Edgar joining us today. She is the Worthy Matron for the Eastern Stars. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So it's March. March is Women's History Month. And so I asked you to come on here today to share with us a little bit about the Eastern Stars and their history here in Meridian Township and a little bit of your own. And so let's first talk about who are the Eastern Stars and what do they do?
Well, the Eastern Star is the oldest fraternal organization in the world that allows both men and women to join. And we are an international organization. And our Michigan Grand Chapter was established 152 years ago and is the first Grand Chapter in the world.
Wow, that's a long time. And so you are, the Eastern Stars are associated with the Masons, or you work with the Masons? What is the relationship between the Eastern Stars and the Okemos Masons? And the Okemos Masonic Temple?
We support the Masons.
Okay.
Some of the Masons are also Eastern Stars.
Okay.
And we're a sort of a sister organization for the Masons.
Okay. And so what are the types of activities that you do? I know you have a chicken dinner coming up. It's a fundraising dinner on March 23rd. Is that correct?
Yes,
March 23rd.
correct. March 23rd.
So I know that you, and I've been there, and the chicken is amazing. It's delicious, and so is everything else, by the way.
And we're famous for our pies, our homemade pies.
They're very good. Yes, I see people come in there and buy a whole pie, or
that's a
two, or
possibility.
three, or half a
Sure.
dozen. And so before we continue, do you have to pre-order those? That's what I want to know. Are people pre-ordering these pies?
We only sell extra pie as it's available.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
we haven't set it up as a fundraising project.
No.
As of, okay.
It's sort of a sister spin-off project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's very popular.
Well, we do have a pie sale in November,
Oh, okay.
right before Thanksgiving, so that people can buy the pies that we make from scratch. We only make 3 kinds at that point. And we sell those, and the money goes to support the local food banks.
Okay.
Sue chairs that effort.
Oh, okay.
That's my baby.
That's your baby.
Yeah.
All right. And so who chairs the chicken dinner? Is it not you guys who chair the chicken dinner, or do you have a large hand in it?
I co-chair that with Kay Clark.
Okay. Okay, Clark. All right.
So, yeah.
And so how did you two get involved with the Eastern Stars?
Well, we were part of a recruitment project.
Okay. Tell me.
I got involved because I knew somebody who was a Mason, and he introduced me to the Stars and said, I think you might like this group. And I volunteered with them for a year or so before I joined. And they were very accommodating and insistent that I come and join them.
Do you remember what you did during your volunteer time?
Oh, I rolled pie crust, and I helped with chicken dinner, and whatever needed doing, I got involved.
And how long have you been involved?
About 4 years.
About 4 years. Okay. And what about you, Sue?
I actually got involved through my job. I met one of the Masons through my job, and my husband was looking, we had just moved here from the Upper Peninsula.
Okay.
He was looking for a lodge to join because he had been in the Masonic Lodge in the UP. And the gentleman who gave me the information about the Okemos job said, oh, by the way, we have a group of ladies that help at our chicken dinners, and they make pies, and would you like to come help the pie ladies? Well, it just snowballed from there.
Yep.
So now I'm an official pie lady.
All right. Good. And so what do you think it means for the community to have the Masons here and the Eastern Stars here? What do you think the benefit is and what they do for the community?
We're very supportive of the community. We have several charities that are community-wide, like the food bank and a school of choice. The worthy matron can choose a school to support.
Okay.
And most of our efforts are in the community.
We also support Haven House, and last year we did a project where we collected hats, mittens,
Socks,
underwear for the schools in the area because they said they had so many children that were indigent. And so that's the kind of projects that we do. If we hear where there's a need, we will step up and help where we can.
Now I noticed on your name tag, your star has some, well, first it has 5 points and it has different colors on there. Can you talk a little bit about what the star means? Do you know what the Eastern Star means? Or, I mean, I don't know, I just happened to notice you know.
Some of that information you have to learn by becoming a member.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
But
So you learn that as you become a member. And so when you become a member, is there a series of steps that you have to go through or levels of membership? Because a lot of times when you join a organization or a club, you know, or you become a HOMTV intern, you start as a rookie, and then once you're done being a rookie, then you become a junior, and you're just learning more as you go along. Is that?
well, you start out basically once you have to put a petition in to join. The petition is voted on, and then you are notified that you have been accepted for membership. I don't think there's ever been anybody we haven't accepted.
Oh, okay.
Really, I mean,
We
realistically.
interview them.
We interview them.
Yeah.
Usually it's somebody who already knows them. We'll interview them, take them to lunch, and visit with them, and be sure that they're compatible and that they understand a little of what they're getting into. And
Yeah, we are basically a Christian-based organization that will accept any religion. But unfortunately, some religions would not accept us because we're Christian-based. But we will take anybody.
Is it a large group?
We have 100 and
Wow.
I think 104 members.
Wow.
in our local group.
In our
Wow,
local
that's
group.
great. Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's, I'm not positive, but around 9,000 statewide.
Wow. And so how often do you meet?
We meet once a month.
You meet once a month. Okay.
Second Tuesday evening of the month.
Okay.
And then we're dark in the summer, July and August.
Okay. And so when you meet, do you talk about what some of the needs are for the community, or where you could serve best? Are those the types of discussions? Or
We conduct a regular business type meeting
okay.
with similar to Robert's rules,
Okay.
and so that we have order.
Can't be
And
as boring as the township board meetings, though, kind of.
It's usually not boring. We try to have some interesting things going on, and
I'm just
we
kidding about the
encourage-
township board meetings, by the way. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, this year we're having a little fun because I chose as our theme "Know Your Upper Peninsula,"
Oh.
and so we focused on some of the activities and the kinds of things that go on up there. And our worthy patron, who is the gentleman opposite me, has decided to have a little basketball shoot at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
And we're trying to encourage people to find that the meetings are interesting, fun, worthwhile, and busy.
All right. And so let's talk about your upcoming chicken fundraiser on March 23rd. Tell us a little bit about the details, where it is, the time.
It's at our Masonic Center, and that's located at 2175 Hamilton Road in Okemos. It starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and goes till 6 or until we run out of food, and we've been known to run out of food. So we recommend
come
everybody
early.
come early.
Come early, yes.
Join us.
The cost is $10 for an adult, $5 for children from 5 to 11, and under the age of 5 is free.
And what comes with it? I can't remember. Chicken,
Roasted chicken,
biscuits?
mashed
Chicken,
potatoes,
biscuits, and gravy.
I remember really good
gravy,
biscuits.
coleslaw,
Milk and coffee.
milk, coffee, tea.
And a choice of pie.
Yes.
Okay. And then
Slice
where
of
does
homemade pie?
and the pies? Yes, all of it's excellent. And where does the money go to from the fundraiser? Does it help fund the Okemos Masonic Temple? Does it help fund the organizations? Keep you going?
It funds the worthy matron's choice of charities.
Okay. And do you have one set yet for this year?
Wow, that's Mary's.
Well, we have,
Oh,
we
okay.
have the food banks. We have 2 food banks,
Okay.
a school of choice, and I've chosen with our Upper Peninsula theme an academy in Curtis, Michigan.
Oh, and that's in the UP.
That's in the UP.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Never heard of it before. Okay. Very cool.
And Haven House is another one that we would fund.
All right. And how do you, since it is March's Women's History Month, and I have had some other ladies on for some other programs, and I've asked them about their role in the community and if they saw themselves as leaders or not, and what they do, and the service that they give, and the efforts that they provide to others. Would you see your group as a leadership type group, your organization and what you do?
It's more a service type group. It's a basic sisterhood. We enjoy each other's company and working together, but I would say it's more supportive than leading.
That's true. I think most of the women in our group are leaders in their own right. They have held jobs that were like attorneys and nurses and teachers. So we have a lot of professional
A
people
lot
in
of
our
teachers, I think.
group.
And people
and
who have worked
homemakers.
for the state of Michigan. And
So we have a lot of women who have been, who have led very professional-based lives, and this is a way for us to give back to the community. So as Mary said, it is a service group.
yeah, we're having an opportunity that we didn't have, particularly when we were professionally involved.
It's hard when
It
you're
is very
Because
hard.
you're very busy doing your profession, and
That
It's hard
does-
to balance. I've often wanted to volunteer for a service club organization or for Haven House or MSU Safe Place, and I often, let's see, how old am I? I'm almost 50, and I haven't found the time. How could I not have found the time? You know, and my kids are out of school and just trying to balance work and committees and other organizations and other commitments, and you know, it's
by
hard.
the time you get home in the evening, you're ready to
tired.
sing.
Exhausted.
yeah.
Exhausted.
And we understand that. And we understand that young women have difficulty joining organizations. We'd love to have you. I think what women need to understand is there is a place for working women. There are ways that you can support an organization without having to be there 100% of the time. It's like our chicken dinner. Some of our women that work will come out and work that because it's on a Saturday. They can do it. It's 3 times a year, but yet they can come and they can give their time and feel like they're doing something good for the community.
That's why I bring my mom and I buy the chicken dinner.
We love
Eat
having
it.
your mom.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, but we're always recruiting members. So if you would ever like to join, Deborah, you come talk to us.
I was going to ask you if anyone's listening and watching this and they're interested in your organization becoming a member, who would they contact? What would they do?
They would simply have to contact a member. They could contact Karen Cook, who is our secretary, and I'm sorry I didn't bring her phone number with me.
That's okay. We will share it on the social media sites. We'll
Oh,
find
sounds
it
wonderful.
and share it. Yep.
That would be great.
Yep.
But she would be the secretary, would be the one to call.
Okay.
Any member would be glad to talk to you about membership. If you're at our chicken dinner and you want information, any one of us working there can stop and give you information
Okay.
about how to become a member, or if you're interested in you know, how to maybe work with us a little bit or have lunch with us or some way of getting better acquainted with us. Mm-hmm. Because we're not a fit for everybody, you know, and we know that. So, but we would love to have people. We are loving to have younger people. Mm-hmm. You know, we're obviously very young for our age. But,
You are. You are.
but we really want to start recruiting younger people in.
Okay.
And we do have activities. We try to have things in the evening and on weekends that people who are working during the day are able to attend.
And we're family oriented. So if you have children, you know, obviously they can't come to the meetings, but there are things that
There are
we do.
activities
Yeah, there are
that they're
activities they
welcome
can
to attend.
We go to the ball games in the summer, and we go to movies. We go out to dinner.
We're having a picnic, I believe,
picnic
in
this year.
June. Sure.
So there are things that we do. We're trying to gear up and do more social things for the working women because it's hard for them to get out and have social time too.
Yes.
So we're trying to increase that. Some of our working ladies are working on that.
I love it.
Well, it's a good project for them because we're retired. We can do whatever we want when we want.
And they kind of understand
But
they're
they
currently
know
working.
when
Right.
and what
Yeah.
is of interest to them.
Yeah, when the good times would be. Yeah.
Right.
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 Anything else you want us to know?
There is another chicken dinner coming up April 13th. We
April
didn't
13th.
mention, did we?
Okay. All right.
So,
So I'm not.
two more this year.
Two more. All right. And then the pie
In
is
November.
in November.
November.
Before Thanksgiving.
It is. It starts the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We start taking orders in September.
I don't know why my family has not done this. Like, seriously, because I know it's good. And it would save us a lot of time and support you.
Well,
so I'm
I
going
think
to
it's
keep
one
this
of those
in mind.
things we really haven't advertised it that much. I think last year we sold over 219 pies just by word of mouth.
Wow.
And our goal was what, 250?
250.
Well,
So-
everyone knows about it now.
That's right.
Yes.
Call us.
They've all
they're
heard about it.
10-inch pies, and they're big and thick and well worth it.
And handmade.
And
And handmade.
With love.
Yes.
With love.
With
Yeah,
much
it makes a
love.
difference. It does.
And
Both of those
Sure.
two
they're
ingredients.
$12 a piece. And we make apple, pecan, and pumpkin pies because it's Thanksgiving time. And they can call me.
Okay. There we go.
So,
Anything else that you want to say about the organization or becoming a member or?
We're always looking for new members,
Okay.
always.
and
All right.
hopefully they will find something that they like.
And usually people are looking for something extracurricular, something to do outside of, you know, the family. You know, they're looking for something family oriented,
Right.
but you know,
Yeah.
a little bit of their own, so
We
to
do
speak.
do a lot of dinners to help support everything. So, you know, there's a variety of times you can volunteer to help. It doesn't have to be every week or
Right.
but it could be
You're
once
flexible.
a month or
Right.
twice a year.
Anything that somebody would like to do is acceptable.
That's right.
We're not critical or picky.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate both of you coming on.
Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, it's been a
appreciate it.
pleasure
It's been a
visiting
pleasure.
with you.
I always love getting to know more people in my community for certain. So thank you so much for coming on, and I want to thank you for watching.